Welcome back to the channel, hosers. Sorry for the delay in getting some content up. I've been super busy with renovations around the house, and we did a major reno, and the house has been pretty chaotic and everything was packed away. I had guns hidden in safes all over the house because I didn't want the contractors to see. So you know, just moving the safes and locking everything up and getting everything out of sight was a chore on its own. But everything's done, mostly back to normal now, and I thought, you know, now's the best time to do a quick video. I managed to get some rounds through my Glock on the weekend, so let's just take a quick look. As you can see, I let everyone know what I support. No politics here, just porn. So what I wanted to do was a 2500 round review. I was doing some calculations on this, and informally, I don't keep great track, but I think I have about 2200 to 2500 rounds through this thing now. So I thought now would be a good time to just do a quick review compared to what my initial impressions that I have on tape were, and how I've you know, grown to either like or dislike this pistol, because I've never really been a fan of Glocks. I've had one before and I sold it, so I thought I'd give the Gen 5 a try. So you can watch my other videos. You know that this is pretty much stock except for the Magwell. It comes with the MOS version, so I didn't cut this. This is from the factory. I just put this one screw, and well, actually it's 3 screws. You could watch the video, but that's the only thing I've done. Everything else is stock except the front sight. So we'll jump in, and I'll give you my impressions of it and just show you what to expect if you know, are looking for one of these used, just to show you some of the signs of wear. As you can see, I got my big cup of coffee today because it's been a rough day. My wife gave me this mug after she was happy. She says, you know, I'm pleased to tell you that you've got the second biggest penis out of all your brothers, and I have 4 brothers. So so she gave me this, you know, thinking that was a compliment, but oh well, whatever. So let's dive on in. So again, this is a stock Glock 5. Nothing new here that you haven't seen in other videos about Glock 5s. I believe the only differences between the Gen 4 is they got rid of the finger grooves. The stipling's a little bit better. They claim it's got a marksman barrel, which I don't know, you know, what if accuracy is better or not. Definitely, you know, serviceable in my hands. I didn't notice a difference with the 4. Other than that, I believe it's got a different finish. I don't know what they call it. I'll have to check. I don't remember what they call it. And other than that, I believe it's, you know, the same thing. I don't think they did any work to the trigger, none that I could tell. And it's got the ambi slide stop / release. I don't know if the 4 had that. Just going from memory, I don't remember. I do know that this one came with 4 back straps, whereas I believe the Gen 4 that I had only came with 3. And from my point of view, I don't know if it's just me remembering differently, but I believe this mag release is a little bit bigger than the Gen 4. Trigger, you know, it's a Glock trigger, not the greatest, but not bad. So it's gritty and mushy, and as you can see, it's got all that take up. But once you get to the wall, it breaks nicely. And what I've always loved about Glocks is this loud audible reset. You can hear how loud it is. It's just as tactile as it is loud. You can feel it, you notice it, you know when you've reached it. And you know, again, smooth, clean, crisp break. Nothing to complain about. In my other videos, I've mentioned how the one thing I've always hated about my M&Ps is that the reset is really sloppy and not audible or tactile at all. It's just a really bad reset. The M&P 2.0 addressed it a little bit, but still not as good as the Glock. So you know, I give the win to the Glock over the M&P in that regard. I think this gun would be perfect if it had more of a pointed, the angle of the grip was more like the M&P or a 1911. I just find that when I'm pointing this one, I find that I'm always a little bit high, whereas with the M&P, maybe it's just the way I'm used to it, The M&P I'm always right on, and again that could also come down to the M&P being my IPSC gun and just having more rounds through it. So like I said, after 2,500 rounds, I'm definitely growing to love this gun a lot more than my initial impressions, and I'm sadly regretting selling the Gen 4 because I don't think I gave that one a fair shot. I had the one in Sniper Gray made in Austria, so it had the Austria markings, and I love the gun, but I just couldn't shoot it well. So I typically, if I can't shoot a gun as well as I'd like to, I don't waste time with it. I just sell it while I can still get a decent value for it. So you know, bad habit. Should just practice with it. But I find that, you know, when you have as many pistols as I do, and not to say that I have that many, but you know, when you're over 10, I know what I like, and I just thought that, you know, I'd stick to something that I prefer. So the only reason I bought this one was because of the MOS, and I wanted to get into optics, and like I said, I'm really starting to like it. I don't know if you could pick up the dot on my little bear, and yeah, that's correct, guys. You saw that bear is giving it to the little lamb pretty good, but he likes it. So all in all, you know, can't complain. It's been a great pistol, especially for the cost. The RMRs worked great. This is the non-battery version, so this runs on tritium and fiber. This thing absolutely glows outdoors in the sunshine. It's super bright, and it's you know, sophisticated enough that in complete darkness when I'm in my bedroom, it you know, it gives off a nice little green dot, I guess, from the tritium. So I really like this one. My next one will probably be the RMR Type 2 with the electronic, or the new one that they just came out with the concealed carry. I like the size of that one a little bit better. But this one, no complaints. Can't go wrong with it. It's been super great. You know, I've taken it off a couple times and put it back on. Doesn't seem to lose zero. No complaints whatsoever there. So again, I just wanted to show you, you know, this is a gun with 2,500 rounds through it. I hope the camera picks it up. But as you can see, I've holstered this. I've run 2 or 3 matches with it. No holster wear. Okay, so you can see there's no holster wear on this. There's none on the grip that I could see. In fact, it's actually, you know, this thing could pretty much, the frame could pass for new. So, you know, I don't baby my guns. I definitely don't mistreat them, but I don't baby them, and this thing still looks brand new. The slide, the finish is holding up, and again, I hope the camera's picking this up, but the slide looks perfect. Okay, there's nothing, no scratches, no holster wear that I could pick up. I'm looking, and I really don't see any holster wear. The barrel, the one thing I wanted to show you is the barrel. So if you are buying one of these used, just know that, you know, this isn't as tight as a SIG, so you don't get the SIG smile wear, but what you have is this one little line right there. And again, I hope it's picking it up, but you just have that one little tiny line, and that's the only wear, and maybe right there. And that's a gun, like I said, with 2,500 rounds through it, seldomly cleaned. And you know, guys, that'll give you an idea if you're looking to pick one of these up used. Know what to look for. If somebody's telling you it's like new and you see more wear than that, then you're dealing with a gun with several thousand rounds through it, more than this, because this is not showing any signs of wear at all. We'll do a quick takedown. So again, takedown, point, pull, push back a little bit, push these down. So it has captured recoil, spring, and rod. Again, you know, looks brand new. This thing could pass for brand new. Barrel is a little greasy and dirty right now, but I believe I put grease on this last time. I don't know why. I got some new grease and I wanted to try it. Typically don't use grease, but as you can see, oh, so right here, so right at the hood where it locks up, you could see the slightest little bit of wear. I hope the camera's picking it up, but just right at the intersection, at 90-degree hood is showing wear, and that's just where it locks in to the slide right here, and basically as it comes out of battery, it gets rubbed. So you know, as far as wear goes, that's what you're looking for. And again, this thing, you know, could pretty much pass for new. So you know, when they say that they changed the finish on this pistol, I really do believe it, because you know, it looks new. So it is holding up really well, which I'm happy. Which I'm happy about. And I think it's, you know, if you can get it for the right price, this would make, how does it go? It goes back here maybe. It'd make a great used pistol option. Again, the right price depends where you are. In Canada, these things are now going for about 900 new. Look at that, too much grease. So these are going for about 900 brand new with the MOS option. And then remember from my last video, you still need to buy the Trijicon adapter plate to keep your electronics safe. This one, somebody commented that I probably don't need that because there are no electronics. But again, you know, for 20 bucks, I just bought the plate. So that's pretty much what to expect from a used gun. I've heard some people say, you know, the Glock triggers get better with age. As you use them, you break them in. I'll be honest, this thing is still gritty and mushy. You know, it's got a lot of play. You can almost feel it like wanting to break and then let off. But it always breaks the exact same. You know, it's consistent. And that's what you're looking for with a pistol, is consistency. You know, it's one thing to have a really good trigger, but if it's always breaking at different different spots and different pulls, then what's the point, right? So this one is consistent, still a little gritty, but again, you know, you train with it and you adapt, and it works fine. It works really well. Just, you know, wouldn't be my first choice of trigger if I had to choose one gun. I would still choose my Sig Legion or my TAC Sport Orange. But again, you know, that's a $800 US dollars gun compared to, you know, a $1,300 gun with a steel frame, right? So just know what you're, you know, they're different in their mechanism. Those are hammer fired. This is striker fired. So it's a tough comparison. But the last thing we'll talk about is this Magwell that I put on. I've had mixed feelings about this Magwell. Looks great, very functional. You know, it's got this plastic insert that as you bang it in, it gets chewed up, and then you just pop it out and replace it. So the Magwell, the aluminum part stays nice. This plastic insert is swappable. The only problem is, as you can see, and I've talked about this, and somebody commented in my last video that that I was an idiot because I can't put a mag in, because doing this is hard. What I was saying is that the mags weren't going in consistently. So the Dawson Precision ships it with one mag base plate, which is fine. And this one always works, you know, no problem. This one works fine. However, it's almost like Dawson did this on purpose. This plastic chews into the back of these. I don't want to call them universal, but these plates are meant for many different types of Glock mags. And as you can see, this little piece of aluminum goes a little too far, and so what you get is this. So you give it a whack, and you think it's in. See, you really have to slam it, which, you know, we'll edit that out. You know, in competition, it's no big deal, but I don't want to always have to do that. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to grind a little bit of plastic down here just to have these base plates clear, so that, you know, in competition, you don't get one of these false reloads. So that was the only gripe I had with this Magwell, because, you mean, I'm not putting these in soft right now, but as you can see, it's also not that, like, that should be enough to seat a magazine. But it's not. So again, that's, you know, that's my fault for not wanting to order the proper part for the proper part. These were in stock, and I just didn't want to have to wait to order these from the States during COVID. So these actually, as you can see the difference, they slant down. So you see there's that little tiny slant down, and it's right at the end of so the base plate comes flush with it, whereas this one slants down, but a little bit further back. As you can see, there's a little roll pin here that keeps the base. So that's the retention, is it goes in by force, and then a roll pin comes through that hole, and that's what keeps it from sliding out. So You know, a little bit my fault, you know, not trying to mix and match parts. Dawson make great parts. I just didn't want to wait, so I'll sand a little bit down and it should clear. And other than that, guys, you know, it's pretty much been a perfect gun for me. No complaints. No, the only malfunctions I've had with this gun weren't the gun's fault. I was using those stupid Syntech Federal ammo that that looked like little tiny training rounds with the red polymer, and the striker, out of like 2 out of every 1,000, I'd say, between all my guns, were having false strikes. I guess the striker would hit the firing pin would hit the primer and the primer wouldn't go off. So I put that to the ammo because I was having that same issue with my SIGs. So I never buy that ammo anymore, and I've had no malfunctions with this gun. It's been phenomenal. These are all Glock magazines, save for the one Magpul magazine. This is the 10-rounder Magpul in Canada. They all work great. They work phenomenal. I ran this with the KCI 33-round magazine, of course, pinned to 10. That came with the FX9, and it uses every magazine, every ammo, hollow point. You know, I've even tried some steel case, and it's worked fine. So no complaints on that front. I mean, it is what you expect from a Glock. They just work. Don't need to clean it. So let me know if you have any questions. My big thing was I just wanted to show people what to look for if you are buying one of these used in signs of wear, because especially up here in Canada, I'm sure it's the same in the States, but everybody's trying to sell a gun that's like new in box, and then you get it and it's definitely not like new in box. So the big thing I'd say is get a picture of the barrel and just look for the signs of wear on the barrel. And maybe we'll do another review on this after 5,000 rounds, see if the trigger's warmed up a bit. But you can't go wrong with this, guys. Definitely a great pistol. Hit me up if you have any questions or comments. And as always, hit that subscribe button, guys. It costs you nothing. And if you've made it this far through the video, then chances are you'll like my next videos too. Okay, guys, take care.